Hey YouTubers, Mike Boards with the Mike Boards channel. Thank you for watching. Behind us is a Chevy Cruze and we have a coolant leak and it's coming from the upper portion of the water outlet valve. Let's take a look. Before starting this project, let your car sit in the off position with the engine off for a minimum of 3 hours. At the reservoir tank now, and it has been about 4.5 hours since we turned the engine off. And just for precaution purposes, we are going to use a paper towel, slowly open the cap, and over the course of 4.5 hours, the pressure and temperature should have dissipated to a point where it should not spray or release any pressure out of the tank. All right, now that the pressure is released, I'll just go ahead and put the cap back on. And on the right portion, if you're standing in front of the engine, is your water outlet valve. And it's a uniquely shaped valve. And as we inspected this, when the car is running and the actual engine is operating at its normal temperatures, it is leaking coolant pretty aggressively at this point. So with that said, we assumed that it was the actual water outlet valve. However, as we continue to inspect this part, we noticed that it is the actual connection point that feeds into the water outlet valve, and it's not the water outlet valve itself leaking. So with that said, this connection point is a factory sealed connection point, and you will need to purchase this entire hose. It is the smaller return line for your coolant system back into your reservoir tank. So with that said, we are going to replace this hose. Now, I did make a phone call to AutoZone, O'Reilly's, and Advanced Auto Parts, none of which had this part, which means this is a dealership part. It has not been released to aftermarket companies. So we have to contact our local Chevy dealership for this part. Step one, we are going to cut all electrical power, remove the negative terminal to your battery. 10mm socket, we are going to loosen this nut. You do not need to remove this nut completely, just loosen it to a point where you can pull the negative terminal off the battery. Set it in a location where it's not going to hop back up on the battery and make connection with the power lead. And this is all personal preference. Anytime I work on an engine, no matter what, I disconnect the negative terminal to the battery. From here, directing our attention back to this connection point, on the left side of the connection point, you have this plastic tab, and be very careful when you remove it. It's pretty simple to remove. That's what it looks like. It actually secures this portion to the upper portion of the valve. I believe the new hose will come with a new clip. However, just in case, keep it in a safe location. The hose itself, there is where it's broken. The tip of this actual connection point is stuck inside the top portion of the water outlet valve, and we are going to need to remove it. Okay, went to the toolbox, and this little cool hook tool I got from our local AutoZone. Be very careful when you remove this using this tool because you do not want to damage the inner portion of the valve. So I'll just stick this in and carefully pull the actual connection out. There is a rubber gasket. Making progress. I'm going to do my best not to drop this actual part in the engine, and I will set that aside. So you've got this little circular gasket and this portion here that broke off inside. Back to the hose, I set that aside. Follow the hose. You've got this little connection tab here. You will remove the hose from that connection point. This is plastic, be careful you don't want to break it. And then you've got this clamp that connects and secures the return hose to the reservoir. We will grab our pliers and shift this clamp rearward to remove that hose. All I'm using is a pair of pliers. There is a specific tool to remove these clamps, however I don't have it. You can purchase it at your local AutoZone. However, all I'm going to do is pinch the actual clamp itself and shift it rearward. And from here, release the pressure, and we should be able to just carefully remove this hose. And be advised, the hose does have a little bit of coolant and it did leak a little bit down there. I'll grab a towel and clean that up. We're going to throw this away. Here's the new part, and the new part comes with that little rubber circular gasket, a connection point that secures this portion of the hose to the upper portion of the water outlet. And it does not come with a new clamp. However, I'm not a fan of those clamps that we just removed, so I went out and I purchased from our local AutoZone a value pack of clamps, and we're going to use the smaller clamps for this hose. So at this point, we're going to open the package and install the new hose. Making progress. The new hose is removed from the package. I've got the small clamp removed. This is a 1/4 socket size, or you can tighten it with a flathead screwdriver. And what I will do is I want this positioned properly where the actual clamp is facing us to allow us to tighten it properly. And prior to actually installing this hose, make sure you put the clamp on. I'm just going to put it on and shift it back. From here, we are going to secure it. Notice how you have a beveled lip that helps hold the actual hose in place as well. Get it all the way on there. New hose is pretty firm. And from here, I'll grab the 1/4 socket and tighten the actual clamp within these marking parameters. And as you tighten it, do not over tighten it because you will increase the possibility of cracking this plastic, and that's not cool. Hose is secured by the clamp, following the hose down, and you've got 2 additional marks here, and that plastic connection point here. That is where those hash marks will go. Okay, that is secured. Continuing down, and that connection clip we removed off the old part, let's go ahead and carefully remove this, and do your best not to drop it inside the engine. It might be a good idea to remove this prior to actually installing that hose on the reservoir. And again, that rubber gasket that we removed earlier, that is on the brand new part, so we won't need the old rubber gasket. And from here, we are going to install it and secure it to the upper portion of the water outlet valve. And grab the new clip and install that properly. That is firmly secured, and that completes this project. So with that said, YouTubers, we did get pretty lucky. We did not actually have to remove our entire water outlet valve. For those that aren't as lucky as we are, and you do have a leak coming from your water outlet valve and need to replace that, we are going to make a friendly step-by-step video showing you how to replace that. And what we will do is we will post a link down below in the comments section, so definitely check that out. You may find it very helpful. From here, we will re-secure the negative terminal to our battery. And again, that 10mm socket, go ahead and secure that 10mm nut. And if you have that plastic cover, go ahead and reinstall that. And again, that ends the project. The most important safety part of this entire project is before you begin this project, make sure, as I mentioned earlier at the beginning of this video, make sure your engine is in the off position for a minimum of 3 hours, because that is going to allow your system and engine to cool down, allowing the internal pressure in your coolant system to cool down as well and dissipate. The last thing you want is opening this up with all that hot coolant and pressure buildup and having that coolant spray out and hit you in the face. That is not good. That's it, YouTubers. Hope the video helped. Do us a favor. Below the video, you will see that thumbs up icon. Click on that, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Definitely go to your settings, turn on your YouTube notification bell. Once you do that, every video that we upload, you will be notified. You will be able to stay up to date with us, and that will be awesome.